How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catch weight?
There ain't no catch weight. You come up to 47.
You're not even entertaining a catch weight.
I'm a giant Gervonta fan. I think that guy is so unusual. Yeah. His style's so unusual, and his patience.
If you do fight, what weight would it be at?
195.
Oh, wow. So he would go all the way from 40 to 95?
Yeah, I mean, it would be an exhibition.
Okay. But, and so what does that mean? Is that 3-minute rounds?
Joe Rogan and Terence Crawford break down the shocking news of Jake Paul fighting Gervonta Davis. The fight, streaming live on Netflix from Atlanta's State Farm Arena, has stirred up major controversy. Paul, a cruiserweight, is set to face Davis, an undefeated lightweight champion, in a catchweight exhibition with a massive 65-pound size difference. Critics are calling it a circus. Rogan and Crawford dive into what this means for boxing's image, credibility, and future.
2 rounds, he throws very few punches.
He's just measuring. He's a computer, man.
Yep.
He's just getting the data on you, faking you, taking pictures of everything you do, and then like round 3, round 4, he starts to fucking and he's slipping, pop, pop, pop.
He's got special power too. His power's special.
And he's mean too as well,
Oh
man.
yeah, mean is a big part of it, isn't it?
I think having that dog, being mean is like the biggest part in it, you know? You be a great athlete. One day you're gonna come across another great athlete. You know, it's who's got more dog in him.
Jake Paul turned his influencer fame into a real boxing career, building it through crossover fights and smart business moves.
People are like so fucking insecure. Kind of lost myself in the whole entertainment world. And so when I found boxing, it gave me that like routine, that discipline. I got to like take time for myself in these boxing camps. And every day for training, I had to like meditate. And boxing gave me the ability to like reflect on myself and like realizing who I was and who I wanted to be. And that helped me mature. You get addicted to that validation from others. And that's something that I realized that I had to face. And like, why do so many people want clout? I'm not good enough. I need followers. I need likes. It's driving a lot of our generation because they're working so hard to get this external validation.
Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis earned his reputation by dominating opponents in world title fights. Becoming one of boxing's scariest punchers, Paul fights at around 100 pounds, while Davis sits near 135 pounds, making the 65-pound weight gap one of the fight's biggest talking points.
25 is at the next year, I'm out of it.
After our second fight.
You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Despite the criticism, Joe Rogan has stood by Jake Paul as a real boxer. On his podcast, Rogan said Paul's technique is clean and effective, adding that nothing he does looks wrong. While many mocked Rogan's opinion at first, he believes fans are slowly starting to see what he sees.
Paul wasn't Jake Paul. If he wasn't this YouTube guy, he was just a boxer. And you see a boxer knock out the former UFC welterweight champion, not just the former, but one of the best ever. Knock him out with one punch like that. Like, oh man, have you seen this Jake Paul dude coming up? He's fucking for real. Because nothing about watching him fight, to me, screams like he's in over his head. Nothing. He looks like a real boxer.
At the same time, Rogan praised Davis's frightening knockout power. He pointed out that Davis doesn't look intimidating physically, yet still delivers devastating punches. Citing Davis's win over Ryan Garcia, Rogan compared him to a smaller Mike Tyson, saying his presence alone is terrifying. Rogan also reminded fans that even the greatest fighters eventually decline, hinting that Davis is at his peak now.
Gervonta's something. He's so unique. I think if you look at all the active boxers who are champions, he may throw the least amount of punches.
Yeah.
Because he sets guys up. And so the first few rounds, he's just calculating you, trying to find your openings, testing you. His first round of his last fight, I mean, how many punches did he throw? Like very few.
Yeah.
But goddamn, when he hits you, you're fucked. That dude can crack. He's so good, he's so accurate, and he's so sneaky. The way he like dips inside and cuts in uppercuts. And his power, man, his power is just extraordinary. I am really interested to see if Ryan Garcia can handle that.
Terence Crawford, known as one of boxing's sharpest technicians, surprised many when he spoke positively about Paul's future on the Ariel Helwani show. Crawford said Paul trains hard, has a solid right hand, and is improving steadily. He admitted people dismissed Paul too quickly because of his YouTube background, but argued that Paul's dedication and growth deserve respect.
He says he could get a cruiserweight title in 2 years. Do you think he can?
Possible. It's possible. Listen, man, a lot of people write Jake off, but Jake can punch with that right hand. He got a nice right hand. Gained a lot of respect for Jake because he's not a YouTuber that's just boxing just to box. He actually trains and actually want to get better and actually have got better and really putting his time, focus, and energy into boxing. So you got to respect that.
When it comes to fighting Paul himself, Crawford has mixed feelings. At first, he brushed off the idea, pointing to the size difference and Paul's lack of pedigree. He once said he'd only take the fight for $200 million, but over time, Crawford softened his stance, respecting Paul's progress and clean right hand. Still, he insists Paul should face real boxers, not just MMA fighters. Before a matchup like that makes sense.
Would you fight Jake Paul?
Nah.
He too big?
Yeah, Jake big, but he doing his thing, man. I'm gonna let Jake do what Jake
got $200 million for you.
I'm fighting Jake Paul. I'm fighting Jake Paul. Come on, Jake. Hey, Logan, I gotta fight your brother, man.
When you watched the Tyson and the Jake Paul fight,
Tyson shouldn't have been out there biting his gloves and stuff.
Was he biting his glove because that was a tick, or was he biting his glove like, man, I want to hit this joke upside his head so bad, but I can't?
I don't know. I don't want to spread no rumors.
Crawford has been more critical of Davis, accusing him of carefully avoiding the toughest competition. After Davis's controversial draw with Lamont Roach Jr., Crawford blasted the officials online, claiming Roach should have won and that a clear knockdown was ignored. He also challenged Davis to fight top talents like Shaka Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis, suggesting Tank has been too cautious despite his skill.
Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. And everybody in the crew, I mean, with him.
Tank, question for you. You're a proud father.
For sure. We're going to do easy work or challenge. I'm going to name 6 fighters and tell me easy work or challenge, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got Devin Haney.
Easy work.
Shakur Stevenson.
Easy work.
Keyshawn Davis.
Super easy work.
Super? Damn. Lomachenko.
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a minute. I say he a challenge because he a vet.
Bud Crawford.
The only reason why I say a challenge because his size. He a way bigger guy.
And last one, Lamont Roach.
Challenge.
Gotcha. Appreciate you.
On Cigar Talk, Crawford revealed he simply doesn't like Davis as a person. He described Davis as one of these arrogant little dudes who lean on his fame and security while behaving differently in other circumstances. Despite his personal dislike, Crawford conceded that Davis is a good fighter with impressive skills, power, and boxing ability, but remains unable to respect Davis's personality or demeanor. He said Paul's height and endurance might be an advantage, but Davis's punch power and skill are elite, making it a highly unpredictable chess match.
Tank would never even think about to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways, nah.
On Cigar Talk, Crawford admitted he just doesn't like Davis personally. He described him as arrogant, leaning on fame and security while acting differently in private. Even so, Crawford acknowledged Davis is a great fighter with elite power and ability. He said Paul's size and stamina could play in his favor, while Davis's knockout power keeps things unpredictable, more of a chess match than a mismatch.
I text that ass. Tell them boys to give me 150 M's. I'm coming. You know what I mean? When I start streaming out that, that, stop it. Knock it off, cuz. Stop it. Tell him send that bag, and I'm coming. And I'm, you know. He can't fight. So.
Would you look at it as a joke if someone, if your team was like, "Yo, we want you to fight Jake Paul"? Would you be like, "Come on, man"?
I laugh at him. Like,
News being made official. Yeah. Good enough for the sounder. Jake El Gallo Paul taking on Gervonta Tank Davis Friday. It will be the Friday, November 14th.
Ain't disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. He called cap on it, so come prove it.
Is there a height limit in boxing?
After the announcement, Davis hyped the fight with a flashy highlight reel of knockouts, teasing fans about the big showdown in Atlanta. Paul leaned into the drama too, playing up his size advantage and framing the fight as his chance to shut down doubters once again. The reveal sparked strong reactions across boxing.
Bro, you can't be mad at somebody for doing what they feel is best for them.
Will it impact Tank's legacy if Jake Paul were like to beat him or even like knock him out?
Dude, Tank's a 3-division world champion, 4-time 3-division world champion. At the end of it, bro, you can't take anything away from him. Bro, you can't be mad at somebody for doing what they feel is best for them. It's the same way Roach feels Tank is the best option for him. Same way that Stevenson thinks Tank's the best option for him, or like all that stuff, right? At the end of it, bro, we just want to do what's best for ourselves, right?
Facts.
Right or wrong?
Facts.
So just do what's best for you.
Rolly Romero, once a rival of Davis, came to his defense against critics. He blasted fans accusing Davis of cashing out, calling their takes disrespectful. Romero bluntly said that if someone wants to reach that level, they should do it the right way, despite past rivalries. Romero stood by Davis.
Being Tank Davis. Tank is not the guy that knows how to sell a fight. Tank cannot sell a fight in his own division. It could be a title fight, a contender's fight, a main event fight. He could be the favorite. He could be the underdog. Tank doesn't know how to bring that information to you guys in a way that is compelling. And Tank is already blinking in this situation. You have one guy who is, or to call it something different, he should not be licensed. He should not be ranked in the top 14. He should never be selected for a world title. Okay. Now, Tank has one job to do, which is to let anybody know that's listening that it doesn't make any difference, that boxing is a real sport. My skills versus your skills, of which I am an abundance of and of which you have none of. My life's commitment and dedication versus a second or third or fourth thought.
Chael Sonnen doesn't see the fight as a mismatch on his YouTube channel. He argued it's not nearly as bad, as people think certainly better than the rumored Paul versus Anthony Joshua matchup. Still, Sonnen criticized Davis for not knowing how to sell fights, saying Tank struggles to hype events and lacks the promotional spark to make them feel big.
Jake Paul, but 8 inches in height difference, 7 weight divisions between them, 5 stone, 70 pounds between them. It's a joke. It's a circus fight as opposed to a disgrace of a fight, which was Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul. At least you feel in this you've got quite a poor, very big one against a pound-for-pound, brilliant, unbeaten little un. And the little un who'll come up to his navel will hit him with a lot of body shots. I said in the week with to Danny Kelly and Charlie Brooker that, do I mean Charlie Brooker? No,
Baker.
Charlie Baker. That Charlie Brooker's a different person altogether. That he'll be throwing the Superman punch, the leaping left hook. It's going to be a very odd thing. It's called, in inverted commas, an exhibition bout. But everybody in boxing who is a name doesn't mind going in with Jake Paul because they know they're making millions of dollars. And that's the only reason that Gervonta Davis, who's being called the poison little elf by Jake Paul, and it'll be fun in the build-up. Everybody in boxing knows they're guaranteed to make millions of those silverbacks. those greenback notes that they give out in America, and they give them out for fun when Jake Paul fights. So he's not going to say no to it. But can you pick a winner in that fight?
I don't want it. I don't want to. Listen,
no, it's difficult. Isn't it?
My reaction to it, and we're going to have an extensive conversation about this a little bit.
Gareth A. Davies of TalkSport dismissed the fight as pure spectacle, not real boxing. He warned that while it might pull in younger fans, it damages the sport's integrity. For Davies, the matchup is more circus than competition and entertaining. Show, maybe, but not a fight that honors boxing's tradition.
It would just be sad that if Tank Davis' boxing career, real boxing career, championship is over because, of the Jake Paul fight. It would be sad for boxing. I don't know for that to be the case, but if he make, in excess of 30, 40 million.
They reported $40 million.
I don't know what kind. I don't know what he does after that. Does he come back to boxing and defend those titles? I don't know, bro. So I don't know if this could this be the last time we see Tank Davis in a real championship fight? Was Lamont Roach the last fight we see of him like that? I don't know. But if it is, that would be a tough pill to swallow for boxing fans.
Antonio Tarver expressed doubt about how Davis can handle Paul's size. He wondered if Tank would swing wildly or try to outbox Paul despite the weight gap. Tarver also warned that after earning $30 to $40 million from this fight, Davis might lose interest in facing real top-tier opponents. He cautioned that chasing spectacle over legacy could waste Davis's prime and hurt boxing as a whole.
Quite surprised because it sounded like Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua was getting closer and closer for January. However, there have been rumours of Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul in the past. I think with Gervonta Davis's kind of legal problems in the last month or so and rumours about his retirement, I don't think it's a massive shock that he is taking this Jake Paul fight if it is going to go ahead, purely for the reason that it's a lot of money for maybe not the most difficult job that he's going to have in his career. So it's a strange one, but yeah, it's just another kind of day in the sport, really, isn't it?
This doesn't do anything for Tank besides put money in his pocket. And I'm not blaming him. I'd probably, maybe I'd do the same thing if I'm Tank. But ultimately, Tank has said many times that he's just trying to make his money and get out of the sport. And a lot of the times people ask him, don't you want to fight guys that are champions and whatnot? And Tank has said, belts don't matter. And to an extent, boxing has become so saturated with belts to the point where, yeah, belts don't really matter as much as they did.